Hello, guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, lovealadijonnaise. Episode 11, guys. We have no idea actually how it has been happening so fast. Time flies, as we always say. But we are incredibly happy once again for being here once again on another weekend with you guys. Sam, baby, welcome and how are you?
Hello, guys. Welcome back. We're happy to have you back. I am very good. How are you, my love?
I'm very fine, actually enjoying from this night, full moon, and with a tea.
Yes, we're recording this in the night. Actually, it's not that late.
Well, I mean, it's the afternoon, but it's winter time.
Yeah,
so.
winter time in Europe and it's already dark. But yeah, we have full moon, we have our tea, and just enjoying.
Just enjoying this afternoon that we actually had the time to record. And today, guys, we come with a very funny, I was going to say video, but a very funny episode for the podcast because we're going to talk about some myths, some, how can you call it? Like stereotypes that you can actually find about long distance relationships. And the thing is, like Sam, she found couple of them on internet. So what we want to do is like she's gonna be reading them because there are myths and stereotypes that people think about long distance relationship and long distance couples. So we want to talk about them, laugh a while, and of course we want to give our opinion to see like now from a couple that is in a long distance relationship point of view if they're real actually or if they're not, like they're just myths and people what they think, and at the end it's not even what they think.
Yes, Felipe said we're gonna give you our opinion, and especially the opinion and comments are gonna come from couple that it's been in a long distance relationship for almost 4 years. So we consider ourselves experts.
By this moment, we can be tiny experts, yeah.
Okay, let's go. Number one. Okay, already makes me laugh. The distance complicates things too much.
Absolutely false.
False. Absolutely false.
It does complicate a couple of things. Yes, that one I do agree. But not too much. I don't consider distance actually complicates things too much.
No, not at all. The only thing what I think it complicates is basically not being together physically, not being able to hug, kiss, do things together like trips and go for date nights like normal couples. But we can solve whatever issue we have. We can talk normal, just like any other couple.
Like any other couple. I mean, if I could think something about that long distance relationship kind of complicates will be maybe the times, because of the time difference, that sometimes we need to kind of schedule ourselves or see how we do kind of Tetris with our schedules to see like, okay, so today, mainly when you are in school, me at work, or that we both have school and stuff, but not really. I mean, at the end, we always find our times and it's not that complicated.
No, of course not. And
not really.
Solving, as we said, big issues, we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, completely false.
Completely false.
Yeah, falsch.
Falsch
in
German. Okay, the next one. Staying faithful is hard.
I will say yes and no, because I think it depends a lot of the person. No, but I mean, I have all. I'm gonna change the way I say it. Maybe the opposite. I've never felt myself without any more faith. Never. Up to this point, it has ever been one single day that I say, okay, this is not worth it, or okay, this is not working. Never.
Or that you were like, oh, I want to be with another girl.
Yeah, never.
No, me neither. I've never thought about that. I also never said, oh, I want to be with another guy. He doesn't know. Of course not. Why?
No, not really. I mean, I said that it depends on the person, because there are some people that they're very likely to lose faith very fast, because there are people that they're used to very immediate things, and if not something doesn't happen in right that moment, they say, okay, then it's not worth it at all, and that's it. So that's what I said. It depends on the person. I mean, honestly, in our case, I don't consider we struggle with that.
No.
Maybe can be out some couples that they kind of struggle with that because because someone maybe from that couple is not a very faithful person, but not really. I mean, it's not our case.
No, definitely not our case, but there are also, there are cases like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there are some cases, but
but what here with number 2 is like staying faithful is hard. I think majority of people think that usually long distance relationships are like that, which is not true.
No, it's not true. I mean, as long as you are focused on what you really want with your couple and that you keep yourself motivated by doing things, I don't think you're gonna get to that problem that you feel without any more faith.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, number 3. You need to talk every day to keep the spark alive.
Truth and false. Okay? Because you need to talk.
Yes.
That one, yeah. And I think you need to talk every day, yes. Okay? Because it's necessary, not because you need to keep the spark alive, but because you need to know how the other person feels. Because as we have always tell you, a long distance relationship is about communication and trust. And if there's no communication, of course, with the time, you're gonna start losing kind of interest on the other person. But that doesn't mean that the spark is gonna die. In reality, the spark dies even though if you talk to the other person every single day, like 5 hours every day, even that can happen. The spark can actually die. Why? Because you're not interested in the person anymore. But it doesn't depend on talking or not talking, but it's necessary to talk just because you need to know how the other person is.
Yeah, I agree here with you. It's just necessary to talk, and as you said, spark dies or not dies if you talk or not talk.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's important, as we always said, to talk, also to get to know the person, and it's your way to spending time, quality time with your couple, because there is any other way you can if when you're apart.
No, I know. There's definitely no other way but talking. That's the only quality time you can get. There are no cuddles, no hugging, no nothing. The only quality time is talking. So
talking on a video call. That's
exactly the only thing that you can actually do to get closer to your couple, just to be on a video call. So why not to do the only single thing that you have to be close to the person?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, next one. You can't depend on your partner.
Who says that? Okay.
I don't know. People say here. Apparently, you can depend on your couple.
I think like this will even apply to normal couples, not only like for long distance.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you always need to feel that your couple is there for you for whatever you need. And it doesn't matter if you're a long distance relationship or not. Because, yes, maybe the time zone and because you're busy at different times, you feel like that you can depend on your partner. But it's not true. Also can happen in a normal relationship.
It can happen in a normal.
I think, in my opinion, it's completely false.
No, for me, it's completely false. Because, as you said, it's not only for long distance. Also you can have this type of cases in a normal couple. And, honestly, I also believe that is false, but it's not like exclusively like a long distance thing.
No,
it's for everyone. It can happen to everyone.
And with us, I feel like we've always been there for each other. Doesn't matter if we are apart or when we are together.
Yeah.
And that's it.
No, definitely. It's for everyone, and the important thing is just to be there for the couple, not to ignore the couple, of course.
Exactly. Number 5. Very interesting. Being in a long distance relationship is like being single.
I seriously, every time that I hear this type of sentences, is like, dude.
Why?
If you say being in a long distance relationship is like being single, then you are the type of people that also being in a normal relationship, it's like being single to you, because like cheating on each other, you don't need distance to cheat on each other.
No,
like,
of course not.
you can even be living with your couple and you're cheating on the person,
which is very sad.
I know. I mean, like, no, completely false. Like, being in a long distance relationship is not like being single. That's up to you. If you want to cheat on the other person, then go ahead, cheat on the other person and be as every other sad story that had happened out there. But it's not true.
No, of course not. Sorry, my English. Of course not. Completely false. And also, you need to, because usually those type of comments, of course, come from the outside environment,
Yeah.
from other people, and you need to let them know that is not true. Because, like, no, I mean, why? If someone tells me, "Oh, you can hang out with other boys," he doesn't know, but I don't want to. Why would I do that?
Yeah. Like when
I have a boyfriend,
I
and
know.
although you're not physically with me here, I feel like you're still with me.
Yeah. No, and that's a commitment. I mean, like, on the first place, if you know you're one of those people that like to cheat and like to be with everyone, like, what in the first place you decided to be in a long distance relationship?
Or in any relationship.
In any relationship. And so, completely false. It's not true at all. And I believe, like, whoever wants to cheat is gonna do it even if the couple is 10,000 kilometers away or 1 centimeter away. So
literally,
it doesn't matter really. And the thing is, like, it's commitment. Whenever you're in a relationship, doesn't matter what type of relationship, you know you're committed to the person and that the person deserves respect, and also that you need to know that what you have is something that you need to accomplish. It's like, no, you can just be fooling around and stuff. Like, you have a commitment with this person.
Very nicely said. And as you said, if you don't want to commit, then just don't get into a relationship.
Yeah, don't get into a formal relationship and be free, and that's it.
Number 6, you fall out of love easily in a long distance relationship. Completely false.
Like, until this point, I believe, like, we've never felt something like that.
No.
And I will actually dare to say that every time or every year that passes, we feel more and more. So I don't think that's our case. Maybe, again, could be out some cases, but it's not. It's not like, oh, they just broke up because they were in a long distance relationship. No, I mean, the interest, you can lose it even for things that you like to do, not even for people. So,
and when they usually say, oh, they broke up because the love wasn't the distance, and they couldn't feel the love, it's not true. As Felipe says, we even feel more for each other after all these years than we did when we started dating.
Yeah, I know. No, definitely not our case, and I don't believe it's true.
The next one, again with some trust issues. You can trust your partner, the usual one.
If you can trust your partner, you can even trust yourself. Because in reality, the lack of trust on your partner is a lack of trust in yourself.
Yeah, you have the problem and you have the trust issues.
Yeah, it's not. Your couple doesn't have to be anything with that. It's like, dude, the problem is with yourself, not even with your couple. Because if you believe, like, because of your couple is like thousands of kilometers away from you and it's gonna be cheating and hanging out and going out with other people, then it's because you don't believe yourself enough for that person.
Exactly, and you start creating some parallel worlds in your mind and starting freaking out and being paranoid for nothing.
Yeah, for these type of people, what I will tell is, like, go and check yourself. Like, see what's going on with your self-esteem.
Very direct, literally. My baby.
But
I
that's
agree.
how you need to. It's literally like, check your self-esteem. Something's not okay with you.
That's true.
If you believe your couple is just gonna cheat on you just because of the distance, then that's because, like, internally you don't feel enough, like, good enough for the person.
For the person, or internally is like as if you actually want them to cheat.
Yeah. So check yourself if you feel like
please.
that's
Yeah. The next one is actually cute. The times when you meet again are magical.
That one is true. Completely true.
That one is completely true, and as we talked in our couple of episodes ago, just magical. We can't describe you the feeling.
Yeah, at some point it's kind of depressing how fast the time passes whenever we are together. Because whenever we are apart, like months, they feel like
years.
Eternal, like literally eternal. But when we are together, we enjoy so much, and as this comment as we have said already, that are magical. That literally one day passes in an hour. Literally, we wake up, and an hour later is already the sunset, and we have no idea where the day went. So where did they go? I'm sorry. So they're magical, they're amazing, and they're one of the best things from a long distance relationship.
Yeah, there is just I don't know. We can, if you are not in a long distance relationship, of course you won't know how it is because it's very hard to describe and you won't understand. But those times and days when we're again together again, they're just amazing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't find any other word.
No, they're amazing and they're very hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number 9, it never works out.
Falsch.
Falsch, as we would say in German. Look at us. We're going strong towards 4 years, and to be honest, we had a lot of comments that it won't work out, that we're gonna break after a couple of months, and so on and so forth.
Already people that they were thinking that we were gonna break up after a couple of months, now is the moment that they started asking us, how are you doing it? You know, because they don't even understand how are we doing it. And some people, they are like, we literally straight away, they tell us like, we believe that you were gonna break up in the first year.
And now they're like, oh, I'm sorry for thinking that. Yeah. We accept their apologies. We're nice people.
No, I know. And as we always have said, just like our song, we're gonna prove them wrong, and we're gonna prove all of those people that they never believed that we could do this, that they were wrong.
And that's it. That's all we have to say on number 9.
Okay, number 10.
Number 10, the last one, which actually goes with number 9, and we got lots of comments. Sorry, I'm laughing. It's not worth it.
Again, it's like, if you believe like something is not worth it, not even before trying. I mean, even if you believe this before trying it, then that's the main problem. You don't dare to do things, you don't dare to learn, and you don't dare to discover new things that actually they're good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that I wouldn't call it like brave enough, because I mean, yes, you need to be very brave to do this, but everyone is brave enough to do this. The problem is like society has told you that it's not worth it, and that having a long distance relationship never works out. So you believe society, and you are just another number of them that society had convinced you that it's not worth it.
And automatically then your brain, because society filled you up with this information, like false ones, your brain starts thinking about it and convinces you it's not worth it. Why would you try it? And you never know. Maybe you could have had an amazing long distance relationship that could have turned into something amazing.
Yeah, it's completely worth it as long as you believe it's worth it. If you don't believe it's not worth it, then it won't be, because from the first moment you are literally failing, not even trying it.
Yeah, because you set up yourself to this negative mindset. Boom, it's not worth it. Why would I do it? Then, yeah, you're gonna fail it.
Yeah, you're gonna fail it. So dare to try new things, not only with this, but dare to try new things. And believe us, guys, to all of you, that you are in that moment that you're deciding, should I try, shouldn't I? You should, definitely. And if it doesn't work out, then at least you tried, you know?
Yeah.
It's not easy, as we have always said. It's not easy at all to have a long distance relationship. It's actually very hard, but it's not impossible. It's possible. The problem is that everyone gets tired before they cross that tiny line when they say, hey, we are doing it great. And everyone gets tired and they don't want to do that extra mile, as we have said also. I think it was a past episode.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was a past episode.
It's literally a frequent effort. You need to be putting and putting and putting until you get it.
That's what I was about to say. Patience and effort you need to cross this extra mile, and then you start realizing, oh, that's worth it. It's okay. We can do it. So yeah, but as we said, also if sadly doesn't work out, it was just an experience in your life.
Yeah, and at least you learned something, and at least, as Sam said, like, it was just an experience, and you take literally like the good part of that experience and all the lessons you learn.
Yes, my love, very beautifully said.
Yeah.
But that's it, guys, what we have prepared today for you. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Well, we hope you enjoyed the episode and that you could laugh to some, how are they called, stereotypes of long distance relationship. We found them very interesting.
Yeah, we found them very interesting, and we invite you now, you guys, to participate. Like, text us on Instagram and email. What do you think about all these myths that we just read? Like, do you agree? You disagree? If you're in a long distance relationship and you have actually wondered yourself or will ask yourself about this type of stereotypes, just tell us. We hear you and we read you and we want to know more about you.
Yes, please. We kindly invite you to tell us, to communicate with us, to keep in touch with us. We love you guys. And as usual, you can find us everywhere at lovealadijonnaise podcast. And if you know someone that could use our podcast and listen to it, just share. That's how you can help your favorite podcast. And as we always say, we'll be back next week with another topic.
With another topic and with the last episode of season 3.
Last episode of season 3.
Take care of you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.